Exciting news, everyone. I just got my new racket. It's the Wilson Burn 100 spin line. I'm so excited to share with you all of its specs, factory versus the actual, based on my own measurements, and how I'm going to personally customize this racket to unleash most of its spin potential. So stay tuned. Welcome to Let's Get Stringing, everybody. What I have today is a brand new Wilson Burn 100S. It's in number 2 grip size, 2¼ inch. The 100S is the spin line. String pattern is 18 by 16. It's kind of a oddball string pattern, sponsored by Svitolina. It's a 300-gram racket with a 7-point headlight balance point at 32 centimeters. Mine came in at about almost 2 points more head heavy. I just measured it. It's about like 32.4 centimeter. So it's 18 by 16 pattern. The length for the main string will be about 20 foot, and for the crosses, it's only 17. I'll be going with 17 inch. I'll be going with the hybrid G string today. So let me get the strings and get this mounted, and we'll get the stringing going. Okay, we'll mount it with the Wilson logo side up. The distance between the first set of grommets are very, very close to each other. I'm looking forward to play test this racket. I've never hit with such a string pattern before. So I've used on this reel, I've used 7.5 sets so far. So I'm gonna take one more set out of it and make it in the habit of marking it off so I know how much string I got left over. The way I measure these strings is, I keep getting caught down here, Jesus, is to use my arm span. 1, 2, 3, 4. I usually take 1 foot less than the arm span, but for 18 gauge, I just take about four arm spans. Okay, and I'll use that to measure my cross string length and just take 3 foot off of it. This racket has 8 grommet holes at the throat, so we'll start our stringing from the head. This racket has an RA of 71. It's on the stiff side, but stiff rackets usually pack a lot of power. I just don't know how my arm can handle this kind of stiffness. So, guess I'll find out. I'll be doing 48 pounds, full bed, no pre-stretch. Get rid of the starting clamp. I'm gonna pull that one later. Coming up to our first grommet skip on the top. And another grommet skip on the top. And also a grommet skip on the bottom. forgot to give it a tie-off tension, so. Kind of hard to stick this string through because the grommet holes are still new yet. For that reason, I'm gonna just use the Wilson Pro knot. Okay, it's time to plug the strings to see how accurate the tension is. Close enough. And we're ready for the crosses. Hope I cut it right. These crosses only have 16 of them. So the shapes in between the strings are gonna be like a rectangular, rectangle that's standing up. Okay, I'm also doing 48 pounds for the cross. Okay, I'm not sure what happened. I think I clamped off the starting clamp on the wrong side. Should be on this side instead. Okay, luckily that didn't damage the string much. Just marked it a little bit. Maybe that'll help it break faster. We'll see. I'm not one to break strings before, but with these string rackets, they're notorious for eating strings up and breaking them. It's good that I sprayed some silicone spray into the grommet holes before, because I could feel that these grommet holes are pretty tight. I'm gonna do the tie off tension to tie off the first string. Wouldn't you know it, weave this one wrong. Making mistakes on camera, guys. The main strings on the sides are pretty far apart from each other, so they're pretty easy to weave actually. And in the interest of time, we'll skip ahead to when we're close to getting finished. There's some shear holes in this racket. I only got 12 so far. I'm missing 2 grommet holes. If you can point me out what I did wrong, I'd appreciate you letting me know so I can restring it the right way next time. I'm thinking for this time I may just have to do 15 crosses instead of 16 because I think the hold for one of my last crosses is now blocked by the tie-off knot. I think I should not have tied it off in that grommet. I remember seeing somebody else stringing this racket. Now that I recall that being the case. Yeah, this tie-off knot should have been done in that location. Because that's also a large grommet hole. Yeah, same as that grommet hole. So you know what? I think I can. Let me enlarge this hole some more. Doing it like this, I'm also putting stress on the other 2 strings, making it easier for them to snap. Hey, that went easy. So, you live and you learn. Next time I won't be doing that. I won't be making that mistake, but guess I'll just have to do this time. And we got this side to deal with too. Open up. Oh, shoot. That grommet hole is about to break on me. Turned out that grommet hole is pretty soft after all. tie off knot pull. Okay, thank you very much for watching. This has been an episode of how to string a Wilson Burn 100S racket with Hybrid G. Shear holes, make sure that you're aware of that. I'm aware of that next time. Also, be sure to tune in. I'm going to be doing another video on how to lube up the strings to increase the amount of topspin. Increase the snapback on poly, so stay tuned for that. Alright. So after the string, I measured up the racket's final strung spec. The weight is pretty much right on because the unstrung weight was right on. The string weight is low by about 5 to 6 units compared to Tennis Warehouse's strung spec. It's supposed to be 326 versus 319 that I got. The balance was off by about 1.5 points. Tennis Warehouse showed 3 points headlight, and I got about 4.5 points headlight. I knew it was going to be off because it was off by that much before I even strung it already. The 325 grams strung weight that I got includes an additional 7 grams from the overgrip. And here you can see the difference side by side. But that's not a big issue because my goal is to try to match to my Radical MP, Exotic Radical MP spec, because that is going to be my basis. That's my reference. That's what I'm used to playing. So I'll be aiming to shoot for that spec instead. Here's a string weight tool that I use often from the Racquet iOS app. Let me know if anyone's interested in seeing more customization details about this app. It's very useful. It measures tension. It does customization and spec matching, etc. Very useful. This app only works for the Apple iOS, and if you have an Android phone, not to worry. You can always use Tennis Warehouse TW University's racket customization tool, as shown here. So as you can see, the left column is the current spec that I got from the Wilson Burn. I'll be trying to match what I want, which is on the right-hand column. That's the spec of my Exotic Radical MP. So I want to change the weight from 325 to 330. The balance of the burn is at, what is that, 32.7? Okay, those are in CMs. So I want to change that to, oh, that's not much change in that. The Radical is at 32.9. And the biggest change would be from 319 swing weight to the Radical's 330. So how do you do that? Simply press the button at the bottom and it'll show you all the different ways on where the locations where you can add weight to it. So after you hit customize my racket, next page says success. All the weights, balance, and swing weight listed. 330 grams, 32.9 cm balance, 330 swing weight with 3 possible methods. The left one, the first one, is only one single 5-gram weight added at 55 centimeters above the end of the butt cap. So that's probably the most simplest way that I would do it. The second one has weight at 2 different locations, each 4.8 grams at 58 centimeters and another tiny little 0.2 grams at 3 centimeters as shown. And the third method has 3 different locations added. I don't know why anyone would want to go for that weight. You're going to have too many LEDs all over the place unless you can somehow hide them under the head guard up top. So hopefully this is informative. If you find it informative, please help like the channel, and hopefully you can subscribe, and I look forward to showing you much more information on racket stringing and customization. See you later.